All right, all right. Stay tuned for more LPTV because it don't stop, man. And we are back, all right. And that's right. The saga continues, all right. And we still team building as of through this journey. Because I do dip and dab in the music a little bit, and the progress is wonderful. The journey has been an experience, I tell you.
It is just so obvious that there is a pedophile ring in Hollywood. And it is obvious in the fact that anybody who speaks out about it gets kicked out of Hollywood. And it is about to become even more obvious because we now have a blatant act of pedophilia that has taken place. And you're going to see that a lot of celebrities who like to use their platforms to condemn everything that sounds like hate speech, right, are going to be quiet. So let me give you an update in case you are not aware of what has happened with Balenciaga. Now, you may know Balenciaga. It's a huge brand. Kim Kardashian is one of the faces of it. In fact, if you go to her profile right now, she has dripped herself in their new campaign. Balenciaga and Adidas are teaming up. They want nothing to do with Ye. Neither does she. Perfect brands for all of them to unite and to sell some products. Who cares? Whatever. Ye has in the past talked about the fact that he thinks that his children are being sexualized in Hollywood. He thinks that it's wrong that his 9-year-old daughter is allowed to be on TikTok and have millions of followers, knowing that there's perverts on the internet. Whatever. We know that everyone calls him crazy for saying that, talking about the overt sexualization that is taking place and the child exploitation that is taking place in Hollywood. They keep telling you that he is crazy, okay? Kim has basically allowed this narrative to go on. She has alleged that he has bipolar disorder, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's lying, that it's fine for her daughter to be on Instagram. We also know that Kim K herself has engaged in pornography to buy herself access into Hollywood. Her and her mother colluded and had made a sex tape. So we know that she is compromised as it is. But
Damn.
whatever. The relationship fell apart. Who cares? The whole world wants to cancel Ye. Who cares? I decided I want to stand by him as a friend because I know that he is talking about important things like child exploitation in Hollywood, and we do need to have a conversation about that.
Bring
So
it out.
here's what happened with Balenciaga. Balenciaga recently released their ad for their next campaign, okay? In the ad, they have very young children. You can go to their website, and they probably have already taken it down. I will share that stuff on my platform as much as I can during my stories. They have very young children that are looking up with innocent eyes, and they're holding teddy bears, Balenciaga teddy bears that are draped in BDSM. The teddy bears are wearing BDSM leather products, okay? And the kids are holding them looking very innocent, obviously trying to almost look like children that are in captivity. It's very weird, it's very bizarre, but you might be thinking, oh, what's wrong is the people that are even thinking that. Who cares if a child is holding a bear and the bear is doing a little BDSM? Wait for this, okay? Then they shot another photo from the campaign, and the same exact campaign, and there is a Balenciaga purse, and under the purse there's a lot of papers. When you zoom in to the papers, what you will see is it is a Supreme Court decision. The Supreme Court decision was Ashcroft versus the Freedom of Speech Coalition, the Freedom Coalition for Speech, right? That was a decision that the Supreme Court struck down certain aspects of virtual child pornography, okay? So essentially, they are putting these papers that was the Supreme Court decision to strike down certain laws pertaining to virtual child pornography under the purse. So there is no confusion where they stand. They are happy that the Supreme Court decided to get rid of virtual child pornography laws, which now allows them to have these children that are holding these bears that are in BDSM poses. I am so disgusted. I can't even, I am angry. I want to be shrieking. Like I said, I'm trying to stay calm in this. We have been talking about what is so obviously happening, which is child grooming in our society. People that are talking about children's genitals, trying to pretend that it's love to get them to change their genders. It's obviously what I have said for years. It's going to usher in pedophilia. You now have Balenciaga, one of the loudest brands in the world, biggest brands in the world, loudest brands in the world, with a fleet of A-list celebrities, okay, that stand behind them. This is the same Balenciaga that just dropped Ye for being anti-Semitic, okay? And they are now putting on display child pornography. Now, because Tucker Carlson did a segment on this and drummed up a response to this, they have now issued a statement saying that they should have never featured the children in the campaign. That's it. We should have never featured the children. Forget the fact that we have papers celebrating child pornography under the purses, but we got caught, so oopsie, we're sorry. Now, here's what I know to be true. Kim Kardashian, girl, I just know you are going to find that same energy that you found, that you and your sister Chloe found, to write a tweet against your husband, condemning anti-Semitism and all of its forms, that copy and pasted rhetoric that you meant nothing when you even pasted it. But I know that since you found that energy to condemn that anti-Semitism, that you are going to find that same energy, that same exact effing energy to stand up and to condemn Balenciaga. Because, girl, we know that you are desperate for fame. You sold your own body for it. We know that all you ever wanted in your life was to be invited to Balenciaga parties and to be invited to places that Anna Wintour are. But we know that at the same time, you are going to find a little bit of whatever soul you have left to take a strong stance against child pornography and pedophilia, to take a powerful stance by saying that you will no longer rep this brand. It's that easy. A tweet will suffice. I condemn child pornography and all of its forms, and I will no longer associate myself with Balenciaga, which just tried to pull the wool over society's eyes by essentially saying that they are happy that laws were struck down against the Child Pornography Prevention Act, because that's what Ashcroft's decision was. The Child Pornography Prevention Act removed parts of the guts of that law, the Prevention Act, which prevented virtual child pornography. So I know you are just looking for the right words, and that your silence and your recent posts dripped in that exact same campaign is really you just sitting back trying to find the effing right words to say that you will have nothing to do with this brand. Because otherwise, Kimmy girl, if you don't find that same effing energy that you found for Ye, the father of your children, to condemn him, to support your friends, I think you said, I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. Why don't we try a tweet that says, I stand with children all over the world that are being sex trafficked. I stand with every parent that has had to go through the trauma of having their children sexually trafficked or sexually abused. Use that same energy, Kimmy, and put up a post and be done with Balenciaga. And then I want you to re-examine yourself, okay? Because we know what you're doing. We know that you will say whatever it takes. You will do whatever it takes to maintain your fame. I want you to re-examine what it is that your ex-husband has been saying about what he believes his children are being exposed to. Because the fact that you are a part of this campaign, okay, this huge Balenciaga campaign, and maybe you didn't know, I'm not going to put it on you, but you sure as hell have known in the last 48 hours what's going on. And I think, as the left likes to say, your silence is deafening. You guys are sick, twisted perverts in Hollywood. But Kimmy, I'm going to keep the faith alive that you're going to do the right thing here.